Duality. Noun. The quality or state of having two parts, often with opposite or contrasting meanings. Examples: input and output, fact and story, hearing and...
Hi, I'm Kayla Dew. It's very nice to meet you. I've always been drawn to the civil rights movement, mainly because I love a good systems update.
Watching marginalized communities fight for spaces that should have already included them felt like the smartest kind of rebellion.
That's where I first learned duality.
The world as it was and the world as it could be.
From then on, I knew what I wanted to do: build better systems for connection, for listening.
In high school, I joined youth leadership programs and Toastmasters, where I created equity campaigns and projects that build safer spaces for minority students.
I also started teaching myself front-end web development,
so I could design systems for people, not just platforms.
Things were going well. I started to think about all of the different communities that I could impact and how I could use my web development to start building projects. 2 years ago, I lost all hearing in my right ear overnight. The doctors called it sudden sensorineural hearing loss, but the name felt too small. Going deaf in one ear doesn't sound like silence. It sounds wrong. Your brain replaces sound with tinnitus that doesn't fade. It just burrows into your brain. Even in stillness, my body stayed on edge, like it forgot how to rest.
So I stopped trying to silence the ringing and started listening, because underneath it was a question. How do you build a system that holds disability and duality? I started logging everything from tinnitus flare-ups to water intake, and slowly patterns started to emerge between different triggers.
It felt like discovering a new invisible network running through my body. But data without context is just noise, and I needed to find a community that could help me interpret what I was seeing. So I joined my school's disability program, where I learned to navigate my new identity and find ways of converting the data that I gathered into systems that could help support others. I'm also conducting official student research on how students with sensory disabilities rate the effectiveness of assistive technology in higher education, and I will be presenting my findings at the NCUR conference in the spring. I still struggle with my hearing every day, but this isn't a story of triumph. It's a story of duality, of learning to live in between frequencies. Thank you for Lime Connect to letting me share my story. For a long time, my tinnitus meant loss. Now it means pay attention.